Brother, there's a moment in every connection with a woman that most men completely miss. It's not when she laughs at your jokes or when she starts opening up about her past. It's something much quieter, something hidden. You don't see it happen, you feel it. Her tone changes. The way she looks at you lingers just a second longer. Her energy starts to orbit around yours without her even realizing it. That's the moment she's emotionally hooked, not because of what you said, but because of what she felt when you said nothing at all. The problem is, most men destroy that power the second they sense it. They start chasing, over-texting, explaining themselves, basically begging for reassurance when they already had control. What I'm about to tell you will help you recognize when the shift happens, when she's already yours emotionally, and how to stay in that position without losing your edge. Because once you understand this, you'll stop chasing women and start leading the dynamic effortlessly. Point 1. The shift from attention to curiosity. At first, she notices you. Maybe she likes your vibe, your presence, your confidence, but attention fades fast. Everyone gets noticed. The real shift happens when she gets curious, when she starts trying to figure you out. She asks subtle questions, not about what you do, but about how you think. She watches your reactions, your silences. She wants to understand you, but can't fully read you. That curiosity means her mind is already working for you. She's investing mental energy trying to solve the puzzle. The longer you remain a bit unpredictable but grounded, the deeper that curiosity pulls her in. Point 2. The unspoken comparison. When she starts comparing you to other men, even quietly, even in her own head, she's already losing neutrality. She'll mention how other guys don't get it like you do. She might tease you about having options, but it's not a joke, it's a test, because now you're not just a guy, you're a reference point, the man every other man gets measured against. Once that comparison begins, attachment follows. You're no longer just part of her story, you're the benchmark in it. Point 3. The shift in tone. You'll feel it before you hear it. Her tone gets softer when she speaks to you, slower, almost uncertain. That's not an act, it's a subconscious reveal. When her voice lowers, when she lingers after saying goodbye, when she texts, "You're annoying," but adds a laughing emoji, those aren't random habits. That's tension, emotional friction, and the biggest mistake men make, they try to diffuse that tension instead of holding it. When you can stay calm and unbothered while she feels that spark, you train her emotions to associate safety with attraction. That's when she starts trusting you without realizing it. Point 4. When she starts pre-reacting. You know you've got her when she reacts to things that haven't even happened yet. You mention you'll be busy tomorrow, and suddenly she goes quiet. You post a story of you out with friends, and she jokingly asks who was there. That's not jealousy, that's possession. And you don't punish that, you don't feed it either. You just stay steady, because the more grounded you stay while she spirals slightly inside, the more she connects that calmness with your value. Point 5. The validation reversal. In the beginning, you're the one earning approval. You text first, you plan things, you show interest. But one day, something shifts. She starts waiting for your response. She sends a selfie just to show you her outfit. She double texts. She hints that you've been distant. That's when the power flips, and most guys throw it away by reassuring her. Instead, hold your ground, make her feel seen, but don't rush to comfort her insecurity. Let her do the emotional work of staying connected, because that's when real investment builds. Point 6. The small acts of possession. It starts subtly. She leaves her hair tie on your table, her lip balm in your car. You think it's an accident. It's not. It's marking territory. She's trying to insert herself into your environment, to make her presence felt even when she's not there. That's her subconscious saying, "I belong here." And that's exactly the moment when you stop chasing validation and start embodying it. You don't have to label anything, the actions already speak. Point 7. The fear behind the sarcasm. A lot of men miss this one. When she starts teasing you about being a player or having other girls, it's not confidence, it's fear, disguised as humor. She's testing how safe she feels with you emotionally, and if you get defensive, you fail the test. But if you just smile and say something like, "You'd know if I was," calm, unbothered, her brain registers stability. She'll stop worrying and start surrendering emotionally. That's where the connection deepens, not from intensity, but from steadiness. Point 8. The moment she mirrors your energy. Watch her body language. She starts copying how you talk, the words you use, even your texting rhythm. That's her subconscious trying to sync with you, to stay in emotional rhythm. Most men think it's cute. They don't realize it's biology. Mirroring is how we signal attachment. When you see that, slow things down. Make her earn more of your time, not less. Because when she invests effort, she invests emotion. And when emotion enters, control follows. Point 9. The emotional ownership stage. This is the deepest phase, when she starts defending you in conversations. She'll explain your behavior to others, justify your distance, even protect your image when you're not around. That's when she's emotionally claimed you. Even if she hasn't said it out loud, she's emotionally all in, and that's when your job is to stay consistent. Because from that point on, it's not about attraction anymore. It's about trust. If you break that consistency, she'll spiral. But if you hold it, she'll anchor herself emotionally to you, and that's permanent. Point 10. The point of detachment. Here's what separates men who keep power from those who lose it. The goal isn't to control her. It's to stay detached enough to remain a mystery. Even when she's emotionally attached. The second you start needing her reactions to feel valuable, you lose the frame. So remember, power doesn't come from what you say, it comes from what you don't need to explain. Once she's emotionally invested, the game isn't about keeping her, it's about keeping your center, because that's what she fell for in the first place. Brother, understand something. Emotional control isn't about playing games or holding back feelings. It's about knowing your value so deeply that her emotions no longer dictate yours. When a woman starts reacting, questioning, or chasing validation from you, she's already emotionally tied. That's not the time to panic, that's the time to stay still, because real power isn't loud. It's silent, calm, and unshakable. And the man who learns to stay grounded when everything around him is emotional, that's the man she never forgets. If you've ever seen a woman shift like this and didn't know what it meant, now you do. And if you're still here, comment control below so I know you're one of the few who actually understands what real masculine presence feels like.